So I was thinking about the message today, and what I focus on will grow. That glitter on me. What I focus on will grow, right? And I've been having a very, very difficult time in this particular transition where parenting is concerned. So all my moms, okay, this is for you, just a little perspective, okay? It's very easy, especially in the Black community, to talk about how our child or children just aren't doing right, right? One, it does come out of some programming, so we make them less desirable way back when we didn't want somebody to sell them, okay? But also, it's in our programming from what our parents had to go through in, all these single parent households and people trying to struggle to make ends meet and having so many children and no kind of guidance on it all. I whoop them, I do this, I do that, but I always need a whooping, right? It's always something with these kids. They can't behave, always misbehaving, always doing something wrong, right? If I could tell you the number of friends, especially Black female friends, that this is the first thing we talk about when we talk about our children. It's something that needs some shifting, right? So what I focus on will grow. So God's been putting on my heart a lot lately not to engage in physical punishment. It's been like that for the longest. And my youngest, well, not my baby, but my toddler baby, has been acting out in the worst way because of the transitions that we've been dealing with. He's gone back to biting, hitting, scratching, yelling, screaming, ransacking a room. Now, of course, we don't want to give too much clout to the gentle parenting in ways that are unhealthy, but in the ways that are unhealthy, let's look at, the whooping, the yelling, the screaming. If that's what I'm focusing on, I'm never going to get to the root of the problem with him. If that's what I'm focusing on, I'm never going to be able to remind him that he is good and that he's just dealing with things that he doesn't understand. Now, focusing on, I'm reminded of a sermon that I listened to with Joel Osteen some time ago, where he said that he remembers his father always praising him, always lifting him up in mixed company. And that stood out to him. It made him want to live up to that. It made him want to be that. And so when Spirit gives me these two things, it's making me remind myself to focus on that, because what I focus on will grow. Focus on him being healed from the frustrations that he's having. Focus on him being more articulate as opposed to having these particular tantrums. Focus on him being able to step away and walk away as opposed to yelling and screaming and hitting because he doesn't know how to speak or how to do whatever it is he needs to do to get his point across. Okay? To be more emotionally intelligent as a young man as he gets older. Because one thing I do recognize is that for a lot of Black men in the community that have gone through the things that my children are going through or that we went through growing up, is that the mother or father's hand was the answer to everything that did not go the way they wanted it to go or needed it to go. But then we also were not looking at it from the perspective of, well, what's that child going through? The parent was going through whatever they were going through, right? And they did not stop to ask themselves what the child was going through. And so I stop and I ask myself that on a daily basis now. One, because it's been my experience, but two, because, my child has had some issues, but it wasn't like this. So something's wrong. Something's up. And it's my job as the parent, as the nurturer, as I am feminine, right? Above all else, to help him figure it out with him, and not meet his fire with fire, but meet his fire with water, with stability, with the grounding earth and nature that I have in me. So I just wanted to provide that for any mothers that may be dealing with the same things that I am right now, that, you're definitely not alone, but there is another way. Keep praying, keep your faith, and don't allow your child's actions or reactions to your situation deter you from the path that God has put you on. I love you. Namaste.